Paddy's review. My review of the weekend's Premier League games. Starting on Friday night, Brighton against Crystal Palace. I don't know how Brighton didn't win this match. They created so many chances in the match and they just dominated Palace. It's so many clear cut chances, and that's one of the things with Brighton this season. I know they've improved, but there's still games where they should be winning and they're not winning, and they'd be a lot higher in the table if they were more clinical and they had their chances. The goal that Mopey scored, I don't think it was. I don't think it should have been ruled uh, disallowed because it didn't look like he actually fouled Jack Butland. Like he didn't have the ball in his hand, so I think it should have been allowed, to be honest. But for Crystal Palace, Conor Gallagher has been brilliant this season. 7 Premier League goals for them. He's been one of their best players, and that's how why Crystal Palace are so good. Like you think look at all the chances Brighton create, and then Crystal Palace get one chance they score. Patrick Vieira has done a brilliant uh, job this season. Palace and both Brighton and Crystal Palace will will be safe this season. They'll both finish mid-table because they're both two good teams. On Saturday, the early match, Man City against Chelsea. This was a missed opportunity, but Chelsea they were quite wasteful going forward, especially Lukaku had some chances and, unfortunately he missed them. But for City, another win at home. Uh, the goal by De Bruyne is unbelievable. He showed that's why he's one of the best midfielders in the world. Also, Joe Cancelo, his fifth Premier League assist this season. He's been one of City's best players for them over the last few years. And with City now 13 points ahead of Chelsea, it's not impossible for Chelsea, but Chelsea have to win every game now at the end of the season. I don't think that's going to happen. You know, 12 wins in a row now for City. That's incredible. That is title winning form. Elsewhere on Saturday, it was brilliant to see Adam Ida score his first ever Premier League goal. Brilliant achievement for him. He played very well. A great win for Norwich, which puts them back in the relegation battle. But bad defeat for Everton. They've been quite poor this season. They haven't won many games and they're actually in the relegation battle now. Um, I know Rafael Benitez lost his job, but I think he lost his job not just because the fans didn't like him, but he didn't win enough games, and that's what football is all about. It's about getting the results. Also on Saturday, Newcastle went 1 up and they couldn't hold on, and Watford got a very important point to keep them in the relegation battle. So, you know, bad draw for Newcastle, but good draw for Watford. Half-5 match, Manchester United and Aston Villa. Manchester United started again really well, and I know it was a bit of an error by Martinez, a bit unexpected, but Man United deserved the goal. They were on top of the time, and as the first half went on, Villa started creating some chances, and De Gea was outstanding again and making some incredible saves. And you thought at half time that 1-0 wasn't going to be enough for United. Second half started similar team. De Gea made a couple of good saves, and then Man United hit Villa on the break and went 2-0 up. And when it went 2-0, you thought, oh, that's game over. In the bag, United had the game won, but they just fell apart. Philip Coutinho come on, he made a difference. He scored a goal. He was influential in the other goal, and it was a brilliant comeback draw for Villa. But that's a blow for United. If United have chances of getting top four, they can't afford to be drawing matches, especially when they're ahead in games. So Ralph Radnick would be very disappointed that Manchester United couldn't hold on to a lead in this game. On Sunday, Liverpool and Brentford, you thought that this match would be difficult for Liverpool, especially after all the effort put into the other night, but a routine home win. Trent Alexander-Arnold has now 10 Premier League assists this season. What a player he is. He has to be up there uh, in one of the best right backs in the modern era. He's a brilliant player. The ability he has with his right foot is unbelievable. West Ham and Leeds, this was a very entertaining match end to end. Leeds went 1 up early on and deserved it. Good goal by Harrison, and then bad defending by Leeds at a corner, and you know It was 1-1, and then you think, oh, West Ham are on top. But fairness to Leeds, they bounced back. Jack Harrison scored again, 2-1 at half time, and it was actually good. He went in 2-1 at half time, considering both Forshaw and Firpo had to go off injured at half time. In the second half, West Ham came back to 2-2, and like 1-2, you thought West Ham were going to go on to win the match, but a brilliant goal by Leeds. What a pass by Rafinha as Jack Harrison scores his first hat trick for Leeds. And then at the end of the match, Leeds were cutting up him, and Jared Bowen had a great chance to score again, but thankfully he missed it. This is only Leeds' second away win of the season, and it's an unbelievable win considering two of their players went off injured. But the way they play, Leeds, is brilliant. Even 3-2, you think, oh, they'll hang on for a win. They still want to score again. It's refreshing to watch the way they play, and this is one of the reasons why most people love to watch Leeds, because they're great to watch. Doesn't matter who they're playing or what the scoreline is. But for West Ham, losing this match gives the other top teams like Spurs, Arsenal, it's still a chance in the race for top four. But Jared Bowen has been exceptional this season for West Ham. He scored 6 goals in the Premier League, and I think he has to be in the England squad because he's playing really well at the moment. And the Spurs and Arsenal match, I was disappointed this match didn't go ahead because it would have been a very good match. But Arsenal only had two COVID cases, and they have 4 players missing at the African Cup of Nations, and this is causing a big debate in the Premier League at the moment. And I think 2 cases is not enough to get a match called off. So what if they play the match during the week? You just have to suck it up. Every other team has to play 2, 3 matches a week, so they can't get away with just because they're Arsenal. And the Premier League needs to change the rules because like the pandemic is not going to stop like tomorrow, so they had to make a decision. And like, when are they going to play all these games? I'd love to see that. So I hope you enjoyed the action over the weekend. Thank you.